Every panel looks great.
Yeah, the art and coloring are fantastic the whole way through the book.
There is something interesting to look at on every single page.
The art is, like I said, is surprisingly well matched for this story.
It's very clean. It's got nice thick lines, very colorful.
This book feels like an actual Saturday morning cartoon brought to life.
And I believe it was originally a pitch for a cartoon. I think that was how he originally envisioned it.
This would be perfect on like Nickelodeon or something like that. I could very much see this being like one of those cartoons. You know.
We got zombies, we got vampires, we got werewolves, we got Frankensteins, we got everything in this book.
I do like the designs for like a lot of the monsters.
Everything's stylized. Every monster looks different.
It's very stylized, a little bit more on the cartoony side.
The character designs, along with the very effective lettering, really help to sell every character in every page of this book.
It makes everyone stand out, but also the kind of the designs fit with their kind of their personality and who they are at the school. So
You instantly know who's who. You never get confused about who's talking or what. They each have their own distinct personalities.
Honestly, there's some really funny stuff. There's some fantastic artwork and some real characterization.
You get the sense of every character's voice throughout the entire thing.
You'll find a character to relate to. Like, there are aspects of myself that I see in Rob. There are aspects of myself that I see in Eddie.
Rob and the Wolf particularly are very likable.
We get to know every single character and find some kind of emotional hook for every single character in the story.
Like there's very charming and clever moments.
Yeah, charming
like
is the way I would describe
But
it.
it has a genuine heart to it. This is what so many things I feel like are missing nowadays. So many comics, especially from the mainstream, they're just hollow. They don't have that soul. They don't have that heart. This has that classic heart and soul to it.
the target audience is probably kids, teens, young adults maybe. But I still enjoyed it, which actually says a lot about the comic.
Like I said, this is effectively a kids animated series done as a comic book. And I'm actually quite surprised that something like this hasn't been picked up to be turned into an actual animated series.
It's good, clean fun. It's funny enough as an adult, and it's definitely good for kids, even like middle schoolers, I would say, would probably get a lot out of this.
If you were a parent and you wanted to introduce one of your kids to the world of comic books, this would actually be a really effective book to start them out with.
This is the kind of stuff that's going to get new readers into comics. It's going to get kids to read who've never read a comic book before to read this and go, wow, that was really good. And honestly, this is the kind of book that should be at the book fair from Scholastic, not Squirrel Girl. Like, how many, like, come on, are you kidding me?
So, for me, this is a buy. I'm definitely going to buy the Cthulhu Files, and I'm in for Classroom 2, just based on the strength of this work.
Certainly above average and above comic industry standard.
Tales from the Classroom, I liked it. I liked it a lot, even though I'm not the target audience. I enjoyed it. No, I really enjoyed this comic.
This comic book does the opposite of sucking. This comic book is actually amazing.
If the word gets out, if word gets around, people will start to understand that this has the makings of a real, true classic. Like, honestly, I know that sounds like I'm being super hyperbolic, but I'm not.